Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic for ngIf directive, where we will learn how we can use ngIf directive with alias or as keyword. Okay. But before we start with the session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for timing, we are just mainly focusing on how to use ngIf directive with alias. Okay. Now, if I talk about the session, so we are going to proceed in the similar way. Firstly, I'll explain you the requirement, like why do we need alias name, and then we will one by one explore the example, and after understanding the requirement, we will build the scenario and see the output as well. Okay, but again I am mentioning it that if you have not watched the previous session, please watch it before we proceed with this session, because they all are connected with each other. Okay, fine. So let's start the session, and here we will discuss the basic requirement first. So for that, let me remove the unnecessary lines for now, so that I can show you everything from scratch. Perfect. Now suppose here I want to print a name of some user. Let me go to app.component.ts file. Here we will define one username guest list object, curly braces. Here we will write guest name colon, and any name you want to put here like this, and you can save it. Perfect. So this is the object which is created. Now I want to print the name of the object on HTML. So what I will do, I will simply go here, write h3, and in this h3 I will write curly braces double, and here we will write guest list dot guest name. Perfect. Now what we will do, we will run this application to understand the requirement. So here we will write ngserve -open enter. It will take few seconds and then open the browser. If in case there is any error, so it will throw the error, otherwise it will simply run the application. Fine. So now you can see browser is open, that means there is no error, and we are getting the required output Sharmit. Perfect. So this is just a simple printing of any object name. Now what I want to do, I want to build a logic where I will verify the guest list from the object, and if guest name is present in that list, then only I want to use the alias name. Okay, so let me explain you this thing. So suppose you are organizing an event. In that event, you have asked your security person that if the name of the guest is in the list, then in that case, whenever he arrived at the location, at the venue, then it is the security person responsibility to announce his or her name, so that everyone in the event will get notified that he has entered in the venue. Okay, so for that purpose, what we will do, we will utilize the alias name. So suppose there is a list where we have some guest name. So whenever the guest reaches to the venue, he will show his name or whatever card or ID card, whatever is there. So the security person, he will do, he will simply check it in the database, and he will find if the name is there in the object list, or you can say the list which we have created. If it is there, so it will simply announce the name that you that whatever the name of the person is arrived at the venue, and now we are welcoming him, kind of thing. Okay, but in case if that name is not there in the list, then in that case simply ignore it. Okay, fine. So this thing we are going to implement. Now what I will do, I'll simply show you like how to convert this thing. So for that, let me remove it from here. Okay, now here we will write h3 for heading 3, and inside this we will write welcome, then we will put the name of the guest. How? Let me show you. So here firstly we will use *ngIf. So currently it is showing error. Why? Because ngIf directive was used in the template, but neither the ngIf directive nor the common module was imported. So first we are supposed to import it. So let's go to app.component.ts file. Here what we will do, let me put it in import section. So here you need to write common module, and remember one thing, right now you can see only one thing is imported, right? So what we will do, once I press enter on common module, it will automatically add this line here in the code. Okay, so this common module is imported. Now you can simply go to app.component.html file. Here you can see the error is removed from here. Okay, why? Because we have successfully imported the required module. Now after that we will write here the condition. So in condition I will write guest list as GL. So what we are doing, basically we are giving a alias name to this guest list. So let's say if there is a longer name and we want to make it short, and we want to use that shorter name whenever we are accessing that value, so in that case you can use this alias name. So now guest list can be referred with GL, which is guest list. Okay, and then when we print the name, so what we can do, we can simply write here like this, welcome, and then the name of the person, which we can refer from GL. Earlier like we used to put guest list, right? But now you can see we are just using GL dot guest name. Okay, welcome to the venue of tech event. Okay, so tech event, not Sharmit. So this kind of logic we want to implement, that whenever the guest name is there, so it will simply print the message. So let's see how we are getting the message. We are getting message, welcome Sharmit to the venue of the tech event. Okay, so basically what we are doing here, we are just giving one alias name to the guest list, and whenever user want to access it, he or she can directly use it. Now question comes, like, can we make it one character also? Yes, you can. You can simply write it G, and whenever you want to access this, you can access it with the name G. Okay, so now you can see welcome Sharmit to the venue of tech event. So it is coming in the same manner, it is not impacting anything. Okay, but overall, like whenever we are using alias name, it is always recommended to use the meaningful terminology, so that later on you can identify it with the shorter name itself. Because right now if you are using only G, so in that case there might be multiple objects with G, right? So it would be a bit difficult to find out. So we can give some short name like G list or GL. GL is also fine because we have two initials, so we can find out whether it's a guest list or guest detail. Okay, so and so it is up to you, like as per the requirement you have to select the name and all other thing, so that everyone can find out. So let's make it as G list for now. Okay, so you can see the output is coming in the similar way, and we are getting the message as welcome Sharmit to the tech welcome Sharmit to the venue of the tech event. Okay, so in this session mainly what we discussed how to create an object and then later on refer that object with some alias name in the ngIf directive, and what are the common steps that we are supposed to follow for every time when we are using the ngIf. The first thing is import the common module, because if it is not imported, it will not allow you to use the ngIf directive. So always recommended to import it in the component.ts file like this, and once it is imported, then you can simply use it. And here you can see for alias we use this keyword as, so whatever you will write after as will be considered as a alias name. Okay, there might be one doubt, like can we use it with space? So let's see. So here I mentioned G space list, so if you try to access it with space, so it will throw error. Okay, so why? Because it is considering only G as a alias name. So make sure that you provide it everything without any extra white space or space, otherwise it won't work as expected. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. If you have any queries or question related to this topic, then you can ask in the comment section. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.